Okay. First of all, can you give me brief introduction to the recursion? How you can how you can define the recursion? So can someone respond? So I want uh, I want to know about if you know the basic idea of the recursion. So can someone respond? You can chat with me via chat box. So put the chat, put to the chat. Don't get from the internet. So you have learned those things in your lecture series. So simply put the message what the recursion is. Yes. Just one student has test one. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Then all, I think you have no idea. The recursion means the function call itself within the function, right? So there are two types of there are main two types, right? What are they? Two types of recursion functions. You have learned those things in your last lab series, right? Last lab. So can you tell? Yeah, those are direct and indirect recursion. So what is the mean of direct recursion? I want your answers, right? Okay, I think you can see my screen. Okay. What is the direct recursion? So think about this is a function, right? I will write function as void function 1. So in direct recursion, we are calling this function through itself, right? Function 1. Function 1. Right? But when we go through about the indirect recursion, what are the difference? What is the difference? Please respond all, right? Kevin, can you tell me what are the difference between direct and indirect recursion? Kevin. Okay. Direct because in June month you will have exam, right? Am I right? Okay, so you have to know things that you have learned, right? in your lecture series and lab series, you have learned those things. So you must have the idea, right? Okay, I will explain. So think about there are functions, function A and function B. Okay. Okay, there's function A and function B and function C, right? There are method, there are function, right? Function C. So this is the one function, this is one function, this is the another function. So in the direct recursion is the function is calling by itself, right? Function A call function A. But in indirect recursion, not like that. So we have called function A, function B from function A, right? So then function A call function B, right? So likewise, you can see the circular manner is here, right? The direct and indirect recursions difference is the direct recursion is calling itself, right? Itself in itself function. But the indirect recursion is that the function is called through another function. That is the simple definition. Definition means the simple idea, right? So, as you can see my screen, so today we are going to learn about tail recursion and mutual recursion. So, the tail recursion is the type of direct recursion, right? The subtype of direct recursion. So there are so many types of the recursion, but in your lecture series, you have to learn about direct, indirect, tail and mutual recursions, right? So the tail recursion is basically the type of the direct recursion. Direct recursion means function is called itself, right? The tail recursion also done, but some different, right? Okay, we will create a project in our code blocks. Let's create it. So I will create a folder like its name DSA 111. Okay, then I'm going to it. Right, I will open the code blocks. Let's take time. Then I will create a project. Please remember those steps, right? Some other students don't know how to create a new project in code blocks, right? Project, then you have to go console application, then you have to make the language. So we are going to uh, code in C language. So I choose C. Then you have to give the title. So I will give it as lab 10. Right. Then I should yes. So I will select the folder. Then the project location is here. So now I will just create the project. So then I will check whether this code is working or not. So, okay, now it is working. So then I will create a simple code, right? Create a simple code. So I'm going to print the function, print the numbers by dividing 2, right? I will create a void function, void divide by 2. So I will pass the number as parameter integer number. So then I will check number is greater than 1. Sorry, less than 1. Then if it is number is less than 1, so it will return. Then otherwise, else I will print those numbers, sorry, printf, then the num, right. Then I will call. So this is the recursion function, right? I'm not I'm not write anything in the main method. So I want to call it in main method. So in here I will call this divide by 2 numbers function in this else loop, right? I will create it divide by 2. So then number is dividing by 2. All right. So here I will check it has error or not. I will check. So I have to build it. Then you can see there is no error. So then I have to implement the main method. So I will call the void method in main method. So divide by 2. So I will pass here 5, right? So I will check it is working or not. So I will build it, then run it. So you can see 5, 2, 1 here. 5, 2, 1 here, right? Okay. Now you can see. Can someone say me why here 5? Here we call the curve the function is compiling start here, no? So we have called divide by 2 function. The number is 5. So here we will check number 5 is less than 1. It is not, sorry, less than 1. So it is not true. So here we are going. So number is what? 5. So 5 in here, 5 is divide by 2. So why here output it will give us output as 5, 2, 1. Why here 2? Can someone respond? Yeah. One student says correct answer. So others, how you say? So you know what here output is 2. So why Here output is 2. Yeah, integer division. Here you can see we are calling number in here numbers type is integer, right? So number integer is dividing by integer is give us integers, right? Output as integer. That's why it is not given us decimal numbers, right? So it, uh, that's the case, right? Okay. According to your prior last lab series, according to your knowledge, so can you tell me this is direct recursion or indirect recursion? Tell me what even is this recursion function? Is this recursion function? Is this recursion? Yeah. Yes. This is recursion function, eh? Yes. So this is the function. So it is called, this is the function also. So it is called by itself, right? This is recursion function. So now, is it direct or indirect? And uh, if it is direct, yeah, this is direct recursion, right? So you know direct recursion function called itself. So this is direct recursion. All right, thank you. Okay, so today's lab session we are going to learn about tail recursion. So the tail recursion is the last statement in the recursive function. The last statement should be the recursive function, right? The last statement of the function is recursive function, right? So, can you tell me this divide by 2 function is tail recursion or not? Tail recursion or not? So yeah, it's tail recursion because okay, someone say it is tail recursion. I will change this code by adding some parts, right? So here, then I will change it as int, right? Can you tell me, is this tail recursion or not? Is this tail recursion? You all have to get idea. So all of you have to answer my question my question. So I ask, this is tail recursion. Is this tail recursion or not? The previous one is tail recursion. You know that the thing is that last task should be the recursive function. So yeah. Uh, so tell me, is this tail recursion or not? All have to answer to my question, right? This simple question. So in your exams, this type questions will get. I don't know, right? But you have to know what is the tail recursion and other things, right? So what about? Someone say it is a tail recursion. Someone says it is not tail. No, right? This is not a tail recursion. So you have to carefully identify, right? So in previous case, we are not adding, not adding this one, right? So when we go through the flow of the function, so you can say, we can say the in last step, so we have called this, then we have to add +1, right? The last task is what? Addition of 1, right? Not the recursive function, right? So this is not a tail recursion, right? I will explain again. So last here you can see, in this function, when we call this divide by 2 in our main method, so this the last task is what? This function. But then after you have to know things to do, right? This is the last thing you have to do, right? So then again, this one, so you can see after this calling this divide by 2 function, then we have to what to do? We have to add +1. So this is not the tail recursion. Okay? Please, I suggest you to write down the flow of the function, right? Then you can understand, is this last task that done in the function or not? Then you can identify is it tail recursion or not, right? I think you have get the idea, right? Did you get that? Oh, explain again. Should I explain again? Kevin, did you get the idea? Yeah, others? There are 38 students here. So, give me. So, is that understandable or not? Should I explain again? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Manodya. So, okay, now, okay, I will again. This is my function, right? You have to add. So this is a task, right? You have to open your code blocks and type this function, and here I pass the 5 as here. So I want to get this integer as user input, right? Then that means you have to ask, enter the number, right? Enter the number that to given integer division, right? Then you have to write two syntax here, right? So can you give me? I will give you 3 minutes and copy this one and try yourself. The question is, you have to copy this code, then you have to add the function. Here I used 5 as here, but you have to get the 5 as user input, right? I think you can get my question. So can you do? I will give you 3 minutes and put your code into the chat box, right? So someone send me your code. So you have to add only two syntax here. So printf function and printf and then scan it. Okay. Thank you, Manodya. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Others only two. Students have sent. What about others? Okay, yeah, I will paste the Manoj's code. So this is the code. So that is correct, right? So you have to initialize the number. Then you have to ask enter a number. Then you have to use scanf function. Then you have to call this function, right? So, okay, thanks. Then I have to ask some question from you. So you know this is the tail recursion. So I will cut it and I will paste here. So can you tell me now, is this in tail recursion or not? Can you tell me, is this now it is this tail recursion? Yeah, this is not tail recursion because after these, you know, in tail recursion, the strictly we should aware about the last task should be the recursive function, not other things, right? Then after this recursive function, we call printf function. Exactly, this is not a tail recursion, right? Okay. Now, uh, okay, you know what are things. So, can you move to the today's lab session and today's lab sheet and try out yourself in this countdown, counting down from first question. So you can do it quickly because I have already write a function. So then you can modify it, right? This one you can modify it. You say different name and counting down, like counting down. So can you do yourself and send me the code? You have to use tail recursion, right? Please be careful. Send me your code. Kularatna, you have to change the name of the function, right? You use divide by 2 function. So make that change. Kularatna is correct, right? Thanks. So you can do a next question, right? Write C program, calculate factorial. I will copy your friend's code, Kularatna. So he has write like this. So make the proper spaces to keep your code modularity. So that is best practice. So, okay. Format use style you can use. So then this managing the spaces. So here, right click and then format use style, right? Okay. This is the one or that your friends written and send me. So you can use here the condition as number is less than 0, right? Otherwise, yeah. Okay, you can use like this. Okay, now, okay, the time is enough. So now we move to our next topic. Next topic is mutual recursion, right? Okay, some students send me the code. It's correct, right? Thank you. Okay, right. So our next topic is mutual recursion, right? Okay, you know tail recursion is the type of the direct recursion. Then the mutual recursion is the type of indirect recursion, right? Indirect recursion. So, you know indirect recursion is the calling function in cyclic manner. So the mutual recursion is like that. So we will take the function as function A and function B. Okay, function A and function B, I will write it as function B. So likewise, indirect recursion, we call function B using function A, right? We call in function A, then it calls function B. Then function B call, then we call the function A. All right. This is the mutual recursion. So now you know what is the direct recursion is, and indirect recursion, and tail recursion, and mutual recursion, right? Okay. I have a question. So you have to answer them. So Can you tell me the difference between recursion and iteration? Can you tell me the recursion and the difference, right? Recursion and iteration. Recursion and iteration. Can you tell me recursion? Recursion is what? I want to get the answer from you, right? Can you tell me or put into the chat box? What is the recursion and the difference between recursion and iteration? Anusian, your answer is correct, but not complete, right? So iteration means so you know the for loop, right? For loop is calling until the certain condition in the loop is meet, right? The recursion is the calling itself until that this base condition is meet, right? That's correct, but your iteration definition is somewhat you have to correct, right? In recursion, function arguments are changed, but in okay. Yeah, Hashini. Hashini, your answer is not understandable. So the basic thing is that I previously explained. The iteration is terminate by meeting the loop condition, right? So you know, for loop we have I less than n, right? So if I less than n, that the loop is terminated. That means iteration, right? In recursion, you know, this is the base condition, no? This is the base condition. So when the base condition is met, then the function is terminate, right? That is the difference between iteration and recursion. Okay, so the one thing I have forgotten to tell you, this is the base case, right? How you can identify it? How you can identify base case? The base case is the termination point, right? Some question you will give, so like this. So what is the base case in this function? So you have to check the position that the function is terminate. Then you can find out this is the termination point. Therefore, this is the base case, right? Answer, did you tell something? Okay. Okay, you have to understand that those things. So today we have discussed tail recursion and mutual recursion and the direct, indirect, and all of the recursion related theories, and they understand about the code part. And so you have to try out yourself these questions. These are simple questions. I mean, there are 2 or 3 lines you have to write. So try out yourself, and then you have to upload it by so this Sunday. So is that time enough? Is that enough? I think is that enough. So I will wind up the session for today. So please go through your lecture notes and please understand these questions and these concepts, because I think exactly in your question, your final examination, it will ask from recursion part. So please understand them, right? Okay. I will end the session, right? So you have to upload these questions. That means there are 6 questions. So you have to upload it to the Moodle by this Sunday. So thank you for joining, right?